There it is. All right. Well, we finally got it sorted out. We've been trying to, get the homie Jew Fresh on this thing for the longest. So
Try to make it
now we got
live.
him. Yeah, there was no other way to do it. Like I told we wasn't gonna interview nobody else till we was able to, talk to you first.
Yep. Was
Right.
good, man.
Shit. So let's talk about let's talk about you, man. Like what was when did you know that the music was truly like your true calling in life? Like you was a Navy man and all this other, but when did music become like that thing for you?
When did it become that thing for me? I think I don't know. Ever since I was little, once I you know, my mom and them, they used to always play like old school music and stuff in the house all the time. And once I caught wind to it, I was always like making beats in my head, but I didn't know what I was doing. Just like little hums, little in the tub or whatever. But I don't know. I guess my first like really love for music is when my sister bought a Jay-Z CD. It was a Blueprint 2. And the Blueprint 2. And like I was so fascinated with the beats and stuff on there. I was like, shoot, let me look at the back of the booklet and see like who done these beats. And I saw like Just Blaze and Kanye West was like the main people on that production. So I was just like, man, I gotta make beats like this one day, but I ain't never know how to make beats or whatever. So, I just like years of studying them. And when I was 17, my friend Jason, he introduced me to Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops is kind of like, the stepping stone of my career, or shoot, the milestone of my career that took me everywhere where I'm at now. So I guess that's where you want to say that's a start, for my music, that's where it was.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at since I've known you personally, like, you've worked project after project after project. You've done stuff with the NBA. You've done stuff with AT&T. You done stuff for Legends in H-Town. Like you just recently did some stuff on Road new album.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what would you say it was probably your favorite project you've worked on, like just since you've gotten really big and started up?
The Zero albums, because that was all that's all we listened to in high school. So that's how we all got.
All look already.
Exactly. So of course that meant the most to me because working with one of my people I used to really admire, like growing up and listening to, and then he's from the same neighborhood I'm from, so that made it even more sweeter. So to take a chance on me and really trusting my sound and believing in my sound to really elevate him, that was really a blessing for me. So I mean, I can't thank nobody but God on that one because I had hit my friend. My friend says engineer. He go by the name of Bruce Bain.
Okay.
I just said, man, I need to send. I made a beat, on Instagram. And I posted it, and I was like, who should be on this beat or whatever. People were like, maybe Zero, maybe Bun B or whatever. So once I did that and got feedback from that, I was like, shoot, hey Bruce Bain, if you could get this beat somehow to Zero, man, I would really appreciate it, man. Because Bruce Bain, he used to record Zero, like all his old stuff back in the day. So he was like, shoot, it sounds dope, man. I'll send it to him and see what he think. So I already bet. I think like not even 2 days later, I think he hit me back. He's like, yo, Zero want to call you and talk to you.
So tell me what that phone call was like. That's what I want to know. What was the phone call like?
Did you go full on fanboy? Did you keep it professional? Like how did that go?
Nah, I'm not a fanboy of anybody, man. Everybody's human just like me. So I mean, I'm used to like being around like celebrities because I interned at studios before, so I've seen like a lot of artists or whatever. So I was never like a fanboy or anything like that or anybody. But no, that phone call was just great. He was just he was cool or whatever. He was just like, man. He was just like, man, yo, I love your beats, man. Like, I really do love it. And he's like, oh, we got to sit down, we got to talk, we have a meeting or something. I need to come down to ATL and see what you're talking about. That's how it was, man. But he didn't come to ATL, but I came down to Houston, visiting my family, whatever. I just asked him, like if I could pull up and, maybe cook up and stuff. And he said, yeah, cool. And we kind of just built a relationship from there.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot a little bit, but kind of see where you're headed. But if you had to put your Mount Rushmore of producers together, who would that be for you?
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, got to see where his head is at.
Okay, now you see.
Yeah.
All right, what's the question again?
So, who would you say is your Mount Rushmore of producers?
Uh, Just Blaze,
Mhm.
mm, Justice League, Timberland, Pharrell, and Kanye West.
That's fire list right there.
That
Mm.
is
Like that. So
I mean, I got a lot more, but that's like my top 5, I guess you could say.
yeah, I mean that's a solid list. So of those cats like on your Mount Rushmore like that, like where would you say you drew like your most inspiration from? Just
Just
listen to those
Blaze,
guys. Just Blaze.
Just Blaze, most definitely.
What
Like
would
I
you
spent,
say from a artistic standpoint? What drew you to Just Blaze the most out of all those guys as far as inspiration goes?
um, I think just the way he put his drums together and the sound, just like it's kind of like unorganized. I mean, organized chaos, pretty
Mm,
much. I want to say, like it sounds like it's all over the place, but it's like organized and it's different and it makes sense. And I like that's what I like about my music and stuff. I don't like to sound like everybody else and just follow the trends or whatever. I like to do my own thing and follow my own sounds and make my own sounds to elevate the people that draws into my sound instead of sounding like anybody else.
yeah,
Bruh, and from my standpoint, I really appreciate that because I get tired of people trying to sound like other people now. It seems like most of the producers are producing the same sound over and over again. It's highly annoying at this point.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
yeah. It's like the same thing how we've been dealing with all these reboots on movies and this, that, and the other. But then you got cats like you
Yes.
that's out there producing fresh sound that's like still new. Even now in 2022, yeah, you got to sample a couple sounds here and there, but you're still able to make stuff that you got your signature, your fingerprints on it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. Cause like I don't know. I just like I always want to be outside the box, and when you try to force yourself to sound like everybody else, you're doing stuff. You're trying to stick with the trends, but once you follow that trends, it's like you're already behind because those people that did that sound it's already been on radio, and that's like you never know how long that song been in the cut. Like
Hmm.
people hold on to songs forever. It could be like two
Mhm.
years since a song come out, and you just now trying to catch on that same wave when they did that stuff like 2 3 years ago. 2 years, 2 or 3 years ago. So I always try to like follow my own trends and do my own thing so I can stay ahead of the game. That's why you see people like a Timbaland or Pharrell that's still here and still making music because people coming to them for that sound,
Hmm.
their sound. And we trying to sound like anybody else. I'm like, why I gotta like go to you? I can go to the actual source that's making
Exactly.
the sound that I want. Or even like these people that try to like cheat, like the producers, like the top producers or whatever. If they can't get that sound, I'd be like, okay, well, I could go to somebody that make it the same sound just as you at a better price. And that's what the game or the politics kind of comes in, and that's what's kind of messed up about it, because people do that, and try to lowball other producers that can really help them in their
Yup.
careers and stuff. So people are actually paying for the name, or if they don't want to pay for the name, they'll pay somebody that just does the same beat or whatever just to get their name out there as well. So
Mm. I think that's something you dealt with something like that, Micah. When
Yeah.
people try to book you for weddings and they try to lowball you.
Yup. Yup. I go
yep.
through that all the time. Shit.
Yeah, no, and I done dealt with it on the bar side of it. I'm like, look, man, if you want to get somebody for the low on the drinks, go ahead, bro. But I'm charging
I
my
could
price
point you in
for a
the
reason.
direction for the Lolo. I could
Yeah,
point you in the direction for the Lolo, bro. No,
and
don't
I'm
lie.
telling you, yeah, but the entertainment value not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So from your EP, what inspired you to step from behind the computer to get into the booth and actually put an album out there?
Man, good question.
Uh, that's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know when I made the EP. I mean, I was already rapping with my friends, my colleagues, cool ass people. If y'all don't know them already, that's my team. I met them 2012, and we kind of built a production team from that. So just long story short, the journey with that was kind of dope. We worked with a lot of artists and stuff, but we was kind of like, we wasn't getting our shine or our just due. So we just started saying, let's just put our own music, man. And we always like hidden artists anyway, but we just kind of like, scared to like kind of put our music out or whatever. So we just went out on a limb, just said, let's just do it, dog. And we just did it and kind of just build our chemistry and build our workload up. And then we started getting better at writing. And to fast forward even more, like with the EP and stuff, I think I was just, I don't know, I was just in a place where I didn't really I didn't enjoy music as much. So
Mhm.
I enjoy music as much. So I was kind of like, I was fed up with the industry and, just tired to feel like I was being overlooked or, just people always telling me like your beats and stuff are dope or whatever, but that'll be about it. Like they won't say nothing else. Like just it's dope. Like, but I can't really hear myself on it or whatever, hear myself on the beat. So I said, man, let me just rap on my own stuff and just talk about what I've been going through or whatever. Because I never seen myself as like an artist at all, like at all. And because I love being behind the scenes. I still do love being behind the scenes, but just like Jeremy, like when I was telling you about this song that in my zone is definitely good for your playlist or whatever, or your workout playlist. I thought it was perfect for you. So I was just like, maybe I could just. It's always gonna be like one person that's gonna like your song at least. And if I touch like one person or whatever, that I done my job. So
Oh yeah. And to say you touched me is to say the least, because
Bro, you touched
that
two.
man, look, even now, like when I be hitting my really heavy days in the gym, I'll be like, man, like I don't want to finish this set, but then all of a sudden, he go in my zone in my ear, and I'm like, nah, I gotta get it. I gotta get this weight up. Like it's like it's just one of them tracks. Like I'm 10 years from now, I'm still gonna play that. When I'm
Hell
gonna play that
yeah.
whenever my daughter start walking the talk, I want you to hear this song, man. One of my closest friends did this song. I want you to hear it. Just if it inspires you, then we did something right. Touch the next generation.
exactly.
So that but I
For
mean
real, man.
the whole EP was just fire. I mean, you went from In My Zone, you started talking about, of course, your Houston Rockets, because we all know, you one of the biggest Houston sports fans amongst
Yes.
us, amongst the crew,
Yes.
period. So we
Yes.
know how you feel about your Rockets, so how you feel about the Rockets in the draft, man?
Shoot. We had the third pick, I
Mhm.
think. The third pick. I mean, we got a promising future. I honestly like the team. I think we just too young right now. And once they build that chemistry together, especially with Jalen and KJ, I love them together. Like they're gonna be a great duo. I can already see it. I like who else we got? Was that big? I forgot our big name.
You see, right before the draft, y'all had traded Christian Wood away. Y'all traded him to Charlotte, I believe.
Oh, we just traded that man.
Yeah, y'all
They
traded him.
traded him to
Y'all,
Dallas.
yeah.
Dallas?
Oh,
They
was it
should have.
Dallas? Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
was Dallas. My bad. Yeah, it was Dallas. Yeah.
They
Christian Wood,
should have
nigga.
kept.
Yeah.
They
See, I
should
said
have
the same.
kept
I
that
said the
man.
same thing, but I was like, okay.
That's one of the pieces you should build around.
Well, you know what? I've heard and I've read is like he's not a good teammate when it comes to building young talent. It's like it's his team, give me the ball, and he's not. But I mean, it's all media speculation. That's what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
not in the locker room to know. So, but I mean, at some point you were going to have to get rid of him anyway because he's an older player now. He's not going to want to stay for a rebuild.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure he
I
made that
guess.
vote.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then
Okay.
at least you bought John Wall out. Looks like he gonna sign with the Clippers.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
I done seen enough heists in the NBA for to last, because between him, I think, your boy Harden opted out today. Beal opted out today.
Dang,
So
that's news to me.
yeah, so
I
we're
ain't know
gonna
that.
we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna Trey, we're gonna touch on all this on the show whenever we
Yeah.
finish the interview with you. But talk about your Texans, man. Like what's going on with Houston, man?
I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll
That's the
see.
exact
That's
answer
all I
every
gotta
Houston
say.
fan gives.
I
Yeah, I
don't
mean
know.
it's hard, man. I ain't gonna. It's hard to be.
It's
It's
t-
hard.
it's
It's
t-
hard.
it's hard to be a Houston fan right now in any sport. Well,
Well,
besides
I mean,
baseball.
Astros doing the damn thing
Yeah,
right now, but
yeah.
I mean,
Besides
Astros killing it.
baseball.
but yeah, I mean, it's
Besides,
that's just that's what happens when you have terrible leadership up top.
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What you got? After you done Zero's albums, what you got? What you got? Any big projects coming up in the shoot? Something we need to look out for?
Nah, honestly, I just been focused on myself, man. Just getting myself right, man. Like mentally focus on what I need to focus on in my life, and just trying to get myself right before I get back into music, so I can do it the right way this time.
Got you.
Allowing God just to take me to where He needs me to be, pretty much.
Yeah, we got to focus on that men's mental health, man. It's 2022, man. Men got to be more
Yes,
open about it.
it's serious,
Like
serious, man.
like men got to talk to men more often. Like the more we bottle it up, the worse off we gonna be.
Yep,
Big
that's
facts.
exactly what it is. That's big facts.
But how's the family life? How's the missus?
She good. We Me and Kizzy been, grinding it out. She's good. She's been working. We both been working. So yeah, everything's pretty good over here.
Yeah. Then I see you got the the Facebook going up. You've been 2K and your tail off.
Yeah, I just said I don't know. I just decided to start, just streaming or whatever. Just do something else, have another leisure or whatever. Besides just making music. Huh?
I wish I'd never retired from 2K now because we got unsettled territory here.
Almost definitely.
I won one and you won one, and we ain't never get to play the third game.
Yeah, we always been back and forth, Michael.
Yeah, but now I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I had to retire. It was time.
Oh, it was time. What?
Yeah, it was time. Hey, my time came and left with 2K. I stopped playing 2K for 2 years and got back on. I ain't know what the hell was going on.
It be like that with these games, bro. I took a 3-year break from Madden. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, boy. And then the Madden about to come out now. I'm like, I don't even remote. Like, I've never seen this much control with the defensive back. Now you can really be a stud with the DB if you really get them controls figured out. But I was like, man, I'm gonna fuck around and get barbecue chicken every play, trying to make a pick on every play. So I'm just gonna watch everybody else play.
Yeah, they didn't change the game so much, man, especially with the streaming world now, man. You see all these people really playing for money and having like little tournaments and all that stuff. It's serious, man. This boy serious out here when it comes to the gaming.
Oh, for sure. So was it we expecting to get you back in the football, the fantasy football league this year or what, man?
Yeah, go add me in that thing, man.
Oh, already the invite been sent. We made a little change. We added a defensive player this year.
Oh, word?
We're gonna draft a defensive player for the first time this year.
Oh man, I ain't pay attention to no defense people.
That's what makes it good. It can be really any. So it could be a corner, a linebacker, be a defensive end, defensive tackle. So however you feel. So you got So it's just a defensive player as a vague one-stop shop position. So from there you can kind of pick and choose. But I think it changes the way we draft completely now. Because now it's like, okay, what if I want to go draft like somebody like a J.C. Jackson or a Patrick Surtain or a Aaron Donald? Do I draft him before I draft like a stud running back? Like, where do I draft my defensive player now?
Yeah, that's tough.
That would have been really good to have when J.J. Watt was scoring touchdowns on freaking offensive tight end.
Man,
what?
Man, when the Patriots period was scoring touchdown with Ted Johnson and Teddy Bruschi and Vince Wilfork back in the day, like.
Oh man, I'm Vince Wilfork.
Look, my lasting impression of Vince Wilfork is when he's with the Texans and them damn overalls during.
Exactly, that's how I pictured it.
Oh, okay, I can't picture that 300+ pound man looking in them overalls, man. Like
overalls.
But Vince Wilfork, wow.
We got about a minute 15 till the call decides it wants to end on us, but we wanted to say since we finally got the interview, we 100% appreciate you allowing us to use the In My Zone track for the podcast. Like,
most definitely.
It was literally the final piece that just made the show what we needed it to be.
It was perfect, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I could be an asset to y'all in any way, dog. Like, for real.
I mean, I literally chop up. I use every bit and piece of that for different parts, and I can just it's crazy. I can just use even the Kobe part. I used the Kobe voiceover in the last couple episodes just to do it. I was like, let me just see if I can do it. And I did it. And I was like, it just worked, So I was like, okay. Yeah. So like I said, we appreciate that. We appreciate you for what you've been doing since we've known you way back when. Keep doing what you're doing, get your mind right, focus on that mental health, man. We always gonna be here. You got my number. We can always chit chat, talk.
Most
ain't nothing to it but to do it. But we definitely got to get by. We got to interview you again soon, especially when this fantasy season start.
Of course, I'll be here. Hey, y'all need me on the show to talk about the fantasy. I'm here too.
Hey, most definitely. We'll definitely get that going, man. So we ain't gonna take up too much